She's a queen on the move, cause she know where she going and she know where she been. Remember where she's from. Queen on the Move Podcast, yeah. Oh, she's moving, y'all.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's your girl Kim. Thank you so much for tuning in to Queen on the Move Podcast. I really appreciate you all for listening. So I wanted you all to have an opportunity to hear part 2 of our Pretty for a Darkskin Girl episode that we had shot a few weeks ago. Now in this episode, I went down to Columbus, Georgia, and I sat and talked with established photographer Terrence Flowers. Now a lot of you all know Terrence as Blue, or maybe even the picture guy, because he's taken all of your pictures from your graduations to your weddings and family reunions and everything in between. So Terrence is showing us his many talents by putting out different documentaries on YouTube, and he has a docuseries coming up on skin color and how it's affecting our communities. So with over 200,000 views already on YouTube, his first part of this docuseries called The Other Race has blown up. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out on YouTube. But we're talking to him today about his upcoming docuseries called Pretty for a Darkskin Girl. I'm really excited for you all to hear about all the things that he has coming up. Now, Terrence brought a friend along with him, so I definitely want you all to give it up for Miss Jasmine Brooks. So we have her coming on the episode today to discuss her part in having dark skin in the modeling industry. Jasmine is a model here in Columbus, Georgia, and she's also an aspiring model nationally. And she's going to tell her story about what she's been through as a model and having dark skin and how that's affected her career and different things she's attempted to attain in life. So I'm really wanting you all to have an open mind anytime you listen to my podcast episodes and to allow my guests to be free to express their story in their own words. So you guys, let's tune in and see what these people are talking about. Let's have a conversation.
Why I wanted you to come on the show and talk about your film and talk about, what made you start the film, what made you even want to, do a film like You're Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl. So if you can tell us about what made you.
Basically, the film idea came from a 3-part series in colorism that I'm producing. The first one was called The Other Race. It's about mixed and biracial people. The second one is the one we're talking about now, Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl. Mm-hmm. And the last one, where I bring everything together, is going to be called Light Skin versus Dark Skin. Why Are We at War? Mm. So that's the 3-part series that I'm filming with my production company, Post Media, and I think it's going to be an interesting project.
It's not. It is. I can tell because that's what we're going through right now. Like it's like an epidemic. It's like an internal destruction. I don't know how to explain it properly and use the correct words, but it's like we're killing ourselves from within, and it goes back. The house nigga, the field nigga, that's where the light skin, dark skin truly started. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you think you all that, you lighter than me, and you get to go in the house, and we got to get out here in the field. You know what I'm saying? So really, the mentality started there. You know what I'm saying? It just evolved, like, Darwinism, the evolution. It evolved into us saying, oh, well, you're pretty for a dark skin girl. Oh, am I supposed to say thank you? Exactly. Thank you, So what does that mean? If I was a little bit lighter, would I be beautiful? You see how that tears your mind down as a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to know men's point of view as well in reference to, have you ever experienced that as a black man? But I don't really think men can experience that because
I was talking to Jazz earlier. And I'm in my mid-40s, mm-hmm. and Yes, hell yes.
Yes, what?
Back in when I was a teenager, mm-hmm. and young, it was the Chris Williams, Albie Shores. Dark skinned guys. Okay. We had it rough.
Okay.
The girls really. It was really nothing for real.
Okay.
Cause y'all think they had the black beat posters, in the locker room, mm-hmm. in the lockers mm-hmm. back then.
You're right.
I think the one guy I could give credit to that kind of broke the mold was Bobby Brown.
Okay, I was industry
Bobby Brown. He kind of made it cool. He kind the rapper Kwame. Those guys right there. I don't know which is it Kid or Play? Which one the dark one?
Play.
Yeah. They kind of.
That was my favorite too.
Exactly. So they was kind of like they were the pioneers of making it cool to be dark, but. It was. how I think it is for females nowadays. That's how it was for us back then. And then once it started to evolve, and when we got older, like you said, things came, changed. Right. It was like, okay, now you ain't black, you ain't a spook, now you Mr. Chocolate, and you fine, all that. But I think it matters more for kids when they're going through the high school and adolescence. That's when you kind of be accepted, trying to find your way. So it was rough at times.
Okay, so Jasmine, what about you? So you're in the film that he has, Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl. I mean, how were you affected? Like, when did you realize, like, I mean, I'm dark skinned, like, I'm kind of different, At what point?
The first time I realized something was wrong with my skin was when I moved to Columbus with my father's wife. My father got deployed a day after I moved with him. And she's Creole, so I'm not sure if a lot of people are familiar with what Creole people look like. And she had her own daughter. Her daughter was mixed as well, and she treated me so different. I don't think it was on purpose, but when it came to grooming my hair, when it came to basically everyday life with me, it was harder for her. And so when I got to school, I already felt like something was wrong with me. And then, of course, the children were so terrible.
Right.
But I never was upset about it. I learned to be funny. Like, let me just joke back with them. So that's pretty much how I overcame mine. But mine started 2nd grade.
Did it come from students? Friends, classmates? Was it like janking a funny thing, or was it?
It was like a funny thing, and it was either you can go with the flow or be upset about it. So I just learned how to be funny with them. Like, oh, okay. So I would I would hit.
Were you the most chocolate girl in the class by far? Like, it was like you?
Very much so.
And everybody else was shades lighter?
Shades lighter. And all of my friends, I'm the only dark-skinned friend in my group of friends today. So I've always had friends that were lighter than I am. I'm the dark-skinned friend. I am too, girl.
Do you think it's different dark-skinned, like a woman versus a woman and a man? Because you're not
I think
that
so,
dark
because
to me.
I mean, of course, I'm not gonna be darker than you. No, I'm just playing. But no, it is a difference. I feel like for me personally today, I feel like I've always had to do more than my friends. I've always had to try to dress as best as I could to stand out from my friends. I just feel like I always had to.
Did it make you feel bitter at times?
Very. In college, definitely, because my roommate, she was the pretty light-skinned, AKA. Granted, I never thought I was ugly. I just always felt like dudes were more attracted to her because she was light-skinned. So when it came to us going out together, I made sure my outfit was killing hers.
Right.
I made sure my body looked good.
She gonna hit it. So y'all still friends?
We are.
Okay.
I made sure.
So you was killing her.
Very much so. I had to. In my head. I mean, maybe
that's how you cope.
That's how I cope with it.
Gotcha.
I cope with it.
I just took over your little interview.
Oh, no,
right
you
now.
are fine. I know you're doing this too for your film too. Today.
Oh, I was just really keeping it going because I felt you was doing your thing over there.
Yes,
So
that camera wants to do what it wants to do.
You being real mean to us, camera.
Right. Disrespectful. I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can continue with that. Like, so you're saying in the 2nd grade, basically.
It started in the 2nd grade.
What happened in the second
basically,
grade?
when I moved to Columbus with my father, it started then. And my mother's very light skinned, and so my father is as dark as you can get. So he always made me feel. Yeah, he's a little darker than you. He's probably about this right here. Okay. But he always made me feel comfortable with being dark skinned. Of course, you're my father. You're going to say you're beautiful.
Right.
But when you go to school and you have the coarse hair and you don't have, like, my father always made sure I had nice clothes. So that's how I pretty much got through. Like, okay, I got on Jordans too. Right. Okay, I got on name brand clothes too. Right. So I turned everything into a funny aspect.
Right.
Because everyone isn't as fortunate to have nice clothes. So it hits you even more below the belt because, okay, now you're the black girl and you can't dress.
Right.
So what do you have to offer?
Right. And you are dressed today, girl. You want to get up, show the camera? Yes.
She's also she sells clothes too, so she's kind of fudging a little bit. Like she's not the average chick now.
Okay.
She sells clothes, so that's why she's a little extra. Looks
nice though. What's your brand? Like,
Bougie Bitty Boutique.
Bougie Bitty Boutique.
Yes, ma'am. Don't forget the bitty.
Do you have a website yet?
Well, let me tell you something. I just closed my storefront 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I'm rebranding right now, and my website will definitely be up September.
Awesome.
So it's not up right now.
It'll be the same.
It'll be
URL?
the same. Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be.
So I do want to feature you because I have a website also.
Okay.
Basically, like I said, Queen on the Move podcast is talking about, it's like giving everybody an opportunity to have your gifts put on the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone has a gift, everyone has a talent, but we as Black people have to come together. You know what I'm saying? And support one another truly. I can put it on my website. So okay. So a question: do you feel you'd be further along in life if you were lighter, or if you had a fairer skin tone?
I personally feel like yes, I would, because I model also. So in the modeling world, you have to go harder when you're darker. There's no choice.
Right.
If you're skinny, they're going to make you cut your hair off because they want you to have that ethnic look. But I don't want to cut my hair off. I want to wear my inches just like the Hispanic or the white girl's wearing her inches.
Right.
So I feel like, and then it's a difference also when it comes to nude photography. Some people see dark-skinned women nude photography as whorish, whereas if a white girl posted the same picture, it would be art.
Right.
So I go through that now because I have taken nude photography photos with the lovely Terrence. And they are very good images.
They are.
I believe
amazing.
I believe it. I see a lot of his stuff.
Especially one, I love it.
I'm done. Which one? Which one though?
I mean, I love it for all the wrong reasons. My whole boy said, "Well, you love that picture for her foot." I was like,
for the arch of my foot.
The arch of the. But I'm a photographer, so I'm always gonna look at things differently from most people. But it's just, I'm sorry. It's the contrast. I mean, it might be full. It's the contrast in her foot and her skin. And how she know how we did. We did that thing. We did that thing. So I mean, amongst other pictures, we got like a lot of pictures. Even though the first one we did on the river, that was dope too. So I mean, I feel her on that. Being a photographer, you can see white women and Hispanic women post pictures, and it's art, or they look at it differently than African American women post
like,
pictures.
You're a hoe. Or
yeah.
I had one guy tell me I'm never going to get married because I post nude pictures. Whereas I don't see my picture as being a nude picture. I see my picture as art. I would want someone to hang it in their home, just like
they hang the white.
But you will never see an dark-skinned African American naked body being
and
so.
I think it's because of our bodies. Like our bodies are much different than other people's bodies. And I know Dominican women, they kind of have Black women shapes and figures and stuff like that. They used to put us on displays in museums. So, they want us to body shame ourselves. I got an episode on that, like how we kill ourselves, body shaming ourselves because of society.
And I'm an indicator of that.
Yeah, me too.
Like I personally gained weight on purpose.
Right.
I did.
You're too skinny.
You did that recently, didn't you?
I did that recently. I was 121. I'm 145. I did it on purpose. Because I just felt small. Like I wanted to look the way I wanted to look.
Right.
And I don't think it really had anything to do with society.
Right.
But I wanted to be that dark-skinned girl. That I wanted to be happy with myself.
Right.
And I gained weight. I love it. But then again, there goes when it goes back to the nude photos. Now I have more behind.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a little more harder.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, she thick. Like it doesn't. People don't look at it like it's art because you're thick. You're not skinny. Okay. So Terrence, I was going to ask you as well. So within your film, like, what are you hoping to accomplish, like, as an ending result for, I guess, young women or, just darker skin, fairer skin, or what are you hoping to accomplish by the 3 films, but especially the Pretty for a Black Girl? Yes, Hannah. This is not.
I just showed her the picture, y'all.
This is not horrish, and I want to show y'all this picture, but I'm scared of,
I mean, I own the rights to that picture. We own the rights. That's our picture.
Yeah, so really, I can. You guys.
You can actually get it off my Twitter too.
I have Twitter, you guys.
What? I'm the Twitter man. I love Twitter.
Okay,
that's fine.
To answer your question, I know my films are going to be controversial. I think with this one, it's me showing my sisters, hey, just don't trip because I did that first one with them. I mean, I'm not trying to separate women,
right?
But I got a lot of flack from my first film from a lot of Black women, and I know some of them are so bitter when I tell them when I send them the promo clip for my new film, they're not even looking at it. They don't even care. They like they just tunnel vision on the other film
because they don't see your vision. That's what
they don't
exactly.
They don't see the vision.
They don't see your vision, and that's the vision that you want your films to go. Like, so I can get what you're saying because I'm like, I wonder why he didn't do darker skin. I never thought
I can pull
that.
I guarantee you, I can go on my phone right now and I can just probably randomly go to a site that put the film on there and pick that out. Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? It's coming. It's coming.
Right, be
it's
patient,
coming.
Right, because if you rush it.
Exactly. It's not. Then I told one girl, I was like, look, I'm an independent filmmaker. I said, I don't have a budget to do 3 films at one time. And who does that?
Right.
So it's like, just be patient.
Right.
Enjoy this film.
Right.
Just because we start Thursday the 17th, we start taping for the for Darkskin Girl. I'm gonna have one main taping in Columbus. I'm gonna have an alternate date in Columbus for people who couldn't make this one, and I'm also gonna tape in Atlanta in the beginning of September. And hopefully I have all the film edited down and ready for release the beginning of November. So I not just dark skinned girls. I want all women to watch this film because you're gonna hear some stories from these women that are really gonna it might help you to understand some of the things that they go through and reason they act why they act. Because one thing about me now, I got 3 baby mamas, one brown, one about jazz color, and one light skin. So trust me, I done heard any way you can think of it, especially when it come around Christmas time and birthday. Oh, you bought that bitch, baby. You bought, and it just be crazy. So I know how all of them act, and I know how all of them feel about you treat this person better, you treat this, and I try to be equal.
And your kids see that too, so that's why you have to and that's why it was so deep for me, because all of my siblings, I was adopted by my aunt. She's still my blood, but she's my aunt. So my cousins, who are my brothers and sisters, they're light skinned, and I'm the only dark one. That's why she's always say, my dark baby. That's my dark baby. And people will say, oh, all of those are yours? And she's like, yeah, that's my baby too. She adopted me. She didn't birth me. But she would take offense too because, people be like, oh, she darker than the rest of them. Or, people say just vicious things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're dark, and it begins to shape your mind about yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is really important. I keep looking at the time, but we got a little bit of time. And let me say this. I gotta record myself. I gotta record myself on this right here. Man, can you hold it for me, baby? The worst thing to me. It's working.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably. Don't worry about it. We get it on that one. The worst thing to me is a black family will ask another family member if their child is light or dark when they're born before they ask if they're healthy.
Right.
That irks the shit out of me.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. You put this word on later.
It really does. I'm like, okay. And my nephew did that to my brothers. My brother just had a child recently, and all his children are older. So it's like, they like 14 and 15, his youngest child. So he just had a baby last year.
Right.
The first thing they saying, what color? I just wanted to slap the hell out. I'm like, why you didn't even ask her, your sister, it was a little girl, you didn't even ask her she healthy, how she doing? I didn't want to know she look like. Looks. Once again, y'all programmed for looks. Y'all not asking if she healthy. Is she healthy? She got all her fingers and toes. Then then you want to seg off into that. That's different. But don't ask that question first. That's the first thing and I hear that a lot in the African American community.
What are you gonna say, Jazz? You said you wanted to interject as well.
Well, he done developed. Okay, but basically, I was gonna add to when you said what was his purpose for the documentary. Well, me being a part of it, my purpose is more so for young black girls. Like, I have a daughter myself, so I want little girls to watch the video and be like, oh, there is someone like me, because it's not many of us,
it isn't.
And it's also a difference with some dark-skinned women. Well, with anyone, you have to know how to portray yourself, and being that you've been like dug down so deep, some people they're just like, wow, like, oh, that's how they treat me, so that's how I'm gonna act. But I feel like this documentary will help mold young girls to understand their worth, understand they're beautiful, see other women that have been through what they're going through now, because they're probably so terrible now. I can only imagine how elementary school is today. And so that's what I feel. I basically want my daughter to see this documentary one day. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I tell my baby every day, you're a beautiful black queen. And she's 3, she'll say it. She's like, so mommy, am I beautiful? I'm like, yes, you're a beautiful black queen. Like, today I told her I was coming here. And she was like, am I dark skinned? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I'm beautiful dark skinned.
Oh, yes, I love that. You have to, train them, because if you don't train them, the world is going to train them. Like, I'm ugly. I need to be lighter. I need to bleach my skin to be a little bit lighter. And don't get me wrong, you get scars and stuff in your skin. It's okay to use bleaching cream, like, but don't bleach your face and you looking like Michael Jackson walking around here like not loving your skin and loving your melanin that God gave you. You know what I'm saying? But it just infuriates me sometimes, because I do feel like, like you were saying earlier, I don't know that I got you on camera, but, it's hard to progress sometimes as a darker person. Like, put a dark girl in the room and a light girl in the room, like, and people are going to gravitate, towards the lighter girl. It depends on your personality.
That's how video castings are now. Like, at one point I wanted to do video castings, not necessarily being the dancer in the video, but just being in the video. And as a matter of fact, I did the Black Bottle Girl event. It was 3 dark-skinned girls in the whole line of like 300 people. So I automatically thought I wasn't going to make it. I went to the page, there were no dark-skinned girls.
And you have to change your mentality.
Yes, I had to like Jazz
tell yourself,
do
because
this.
society ain't going to tell you.
And we do like with like she did that, and I was so proud of you. Right when I saw you with Rick Ross, right? And it's another girl here local. Her name is Apple. Well, what's her name? Well, her stage name is Apple Bottom. She's a chocolate girl too, and she was just in Big Boy video.
Really?
She's shapely, but she plays off her chocolateism. That's a word. Even in the new video, they throwing black chocolate stuff on them, and it just she plays off that, and she makes no mistakes about it. I'm black.
Oh, what video is that?
It's the Big Boy.
Big Boy Outcast.
Is it called Chocolate?
It might be called Chocolate. But to seg off what she said about her daughter, I have a daughter, beautiful daughter. Her name is Trinity Armani Flowers. I named her Armani. And she is the light of my, if you follow me on social media, I post a lot of pictures of my daughter. She we had a conversation about being mixed one day, because she is
Is this it?
I don't think that's the official video.
That's not it. It's
I don't think they've dropped it.
Yeah, don't think it's on Vivo. They dropped it. It's on Vivo. But my daughter, her mom is like, it's weird because her mom is Hispanic, but she black too, because her mom is they're Spanish, but they got black in them. They're Spanish. So my daughter's like, when they was talking about my film, and she said, "Why can't I be in your film?" I said, "You're not mixed." She said, I said, "Who told you was mixed?" And she said, "Mommy," she said, "I'm Spanish and black." I was like, no. You are black. And the reason I tell my daughter that, 2 reasons. If somebody see you, they're not gonna even think that you're mixed, because daddy got strong genes, so she's not as dark as me, but she's dark for a little girl. I guess that's a cliche saying. She's dark for a mixed child. That's better. And she was kind of surprised, and I don't want her saying that, because it's a girl in my film, the other race, who's saying she's mixed, and most of the comments, she's the antagonist of the film by default. They're like, "How are you saying you mixed and you look black?" And I understand. Then I don't agree, because she's mixed. If you got a quarter white and you mix with white,
right?
But
really, you're black altogether.
You're black.
You're black.
If you got a drop of blood,
you're black. But you're mixed with white.
You're white.
That's how they say it's an eighth of whatever. How they
when you bubble on that Scantron in high school.
Exactly.
Yeah, 1 drop of blood.
And one of the girls said they actually used to scratch out and put other or something to that effect. But I don't want my girl growing up thinking that she's something that society not viewing you as. Now my son, you can see the Hispanic in my son. If you look at each other, boy, he might be. But my daughter's not like that, so I don't want her to go through that thing where she's saying she mixed and somebody, other girls, she thinks she all that. So I'd be like, just identify yourself as black. And you got Spanish in your heritage.
I guess.
But it's hard when it's coming from one side, not the other.
Right, because I'm like,
she get back on her. She spends a lot of time with her mom's side of the family. And
because I have a friend like that. She's matter of fact, I'm gonna show you a picture. She looks just like your daughter. She's Hispanic and black, but she's the darker of all of her siblings.
Exactly.
Everybody else looks Hispanic, but she identifies as African American.
Exactly. Because I don't think Spanish is a race at the end of the day, is it? Is it a race?
I think it's just
Mexican,
a lifestyle.
They're more like there's some kind of, because they're a form of black. Because you would think they just not to get too historical, but they say you got Negroid, Cascanoid, and Mongoloid. Yep.
Her mom is Hispanic.
Let me see.
Her mother is
She got
Hispanic.
that same. That's like,
They got that
oh,
good
my
hair.
baby.
She don't look like she
You can
used
just
to.
tell by her
She
good
just,
hair.
You know, yeah, look, yeah, and you know the good hair thing.
But she
People
goes
like-
by African American. Because, like you said, when she's in society, they're not looking at you like, oh, girl, you Hispanic.
Yeah, you mix it,
Right.
especially if they don't look the part.
But I mean, it's just a lot that automatically goes against darker girls. Like, you know, 2011, Lil Wayne, what did he say? Yeah, your baby does look black.
That's my mom.
But I can
That's
see
her
it.
mom, and that's my daughter.
I can see that she,
She looks just like my mom.
yeah.
She looks
You're
like
right,
my mom.
you're right. Because I was going to say, I got to be able to see that she look mixed. But yeah, she looks just black.
Exactly. So I don't want her growing up.
Yeah, having to explain. Yeah, I'm mixed. Well, my mama did.
Right.
That's too much explaining. Exactly.
Yeah,
Then
you're
people
right.
start looking at
She's
you crazy.
beautiful, though, either
But
way.
Lil Wayne said, I want a long hair.
Thick
Yeah, he's a
red
beautiful
bone.
black woman, but I think that bitch look better red.
But, yeah.
You remember how much
Yeah.
black he got?
That was in
behind it?
yeah, that was that song where with Drake. Was it Drake was on that one?
Yeah, but I don't know the name of the song, and I know what she's talking about.
Real quick, though. Kodak Black, the little young rapper from Florida.
I'm talking about that as well.
He made a comment. But I kind of feel Kodak. The reason I kind of feel him is women have preferences too.
Just said I don't like women with my complexion. I like light-skinned women. I want you to be lighter than me. I love African American women, but I just don't like my skin complexion.
Okay. Well, I like your skin complexion.
We too gutter. Black people, my complexion, we too gutter. Light-skinned women, they more sensitive, you know?
There's some dark-skinned women out here sensitive.
No, they too tough. They too tough.
Too tough for you?
Light-skinned women, we could break them down more easy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. We shout out to Cheney TV, you already know Florida, we in the building. Ty, sniper gang.
Thank you, Coach.
And see, and this is the other part of the Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl that I say men never have to experience it, and y'all don't really, I guess, understand it. But I can understand where he's coming from, but I can't, because people say, well, you've only dated light-skinned guys, Kim, and I'm like, by default, like, it just so happened they were light-skinned, you know. But if you were fine, like, I used to date this guy, he had beautiful chocolate skin, like the most
That's
milky.
my
Oh my
favorite.
girl, I mean beautiful. Like
Look
when
at
you
this
look
one.
at it, it's
Look.
just he's black. Yeah, he blackly almost blue. But it's so
Blue?
beautiful, and I'm just like, oh my god, like your skin is so beautiful. But he was picked on too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I dated him, and you know, I had to think. I don't really have a preference. Like,
I didn't mean so much as skin complexion. I was talking about more just some girls won't date short guys.
you're right.
Yes.
I mean, but that's across the board, though.
That's
like,
a preference, exactly. I think he said he only date red girls.
I mean, I get what he was saying. He said,
To me, they
it's
nailed
not
him for
preference.
it. They nailed him
should
for it.
have.
But there's plenty of women. I mean, not saying Jazz like that, but I know a lot of dark skinned girls who don't date dark skinned guys.
You're right. You're right.
And know what they say? Somebody who I care, I ain't gonna say her name because I love this girl and she's like a sister to me. But she said she did not want her daughter to date a dark skinned guy because she didn't want him to have a dark baby. And her daughter had two beautiful children, light skinned dudes, and they light skinned kids. But that's what was her preference. She said blue. Cause we had a conversation about it. I ain't gonna say the name. I like, you shouldn't be telling your daughter that. She's like, it's no offense, but that's just something, a preference of mine. I don't want my daughter to have no. And I said, well, why you feel ugly? Dark would be mean ugly. She said, I'm not saying like that, but it's a certain skin tone. Cause I know that. I feel like she said something about her cousin, what she went through by being dark. I don't want my grandkids to go through that. So I hedged and like, okay, I give you that, because you don't want your kids to go through something by being dark, but to tell your daughter, and her daughter listened too, because at the end, this was before daughter even had children. This was like when she was like younger, and when she grew up, I'm about to say their names, but when she grew up, she has 2 children, 2 beautiful children. I love them, but the baby daddy was light skinned, and the children came out fair skinned as well. So,
but I want to show y'all a video as well. It's called the doll test, but the Wi-Fi here. So,
I've seen that 1,000 times.
Right. So
they
this
did
is a basic,
and they did it again. They did it back in the 50s, and they did it in the 2000s. It was the same results.
But this is a basic psychological test that they did. So, I mean, some people don't know about the doll test. Of course, if you've been to college, you definitely know about the doll test. They don't teach you about it in high school. You have to just learn about it, or somebody tell you about it.
I watched,
I didn't learn about it in high school.
what's Bill Duke's Dark Girls?
I believe it.
You saw that documentary? Oh, you gotta watch that one. You saw Dark Girls? Bill Duke, he did one called Dark Girls, and I can definitely say some of the things that he talked about inspired. I ain't gonna say inspired this, because I had this planned as a 3-part series, but I like how he put his documentary together, and he brought up the doll test, and that's why I first heard about it. I did some more research, and it was crazy. They actually asked who's the bad baby, or something to that effect.
Black baby. Anything that's dealing with black
is bad. Anything, it could be burnt.
Right.
Oh, and the food's nasty.
But it was just as simple as, I want y'all to see the video, but it's clearly not gonna show. Let me see.
I know one thing that's black that's good.
What?
The black credit card.
That's it.
That's it, ain't it? You got the
But
black card.
You see how they put their black card, right? You don't want your black card. But I want the video to show. I don't know what's up with the Wi-Fi, because it's still running. But basically, anything you can say. Oh, it was as deep as, not even just the doll test. They did like where they put something up. It was a black black square, white square. Just something very simple. Well, is that bad? Yes. And it was always a black. It was always a black. And it trains our minds, even with, putting out Barbie dolls. The Barbie dolls, that they were black, but they didn't look like us. So you have these different people, entrepreneurs creating dolls that have afro hairs and, hair that looks like our hair.
And I feel like that's still hard, though, because when I shop for my daughter doll, she watches YouTube a lot. So a lot of the YouTube videos are of Caucasian families. So when we go to Walmart, she doesn't want a Barbie doll that looks like mine.
She wants the
She wants the one that she's seen on YouTube. So I have to force her, like, baby.
Same way.
I wanted my baby doll with long hair when I was growing up.
I guess this is not gonna play, but yeah, I just wanted to have y'all on to discuss, your film, to get your point of view as a black woman, because I do have, like I said, some other friends, and I want to talk to some men about. I mean, what did you all experience? But you said y'all did. You said y'all did, and chocolate did come in. The light skinned brothers are struggling out there. But
bullshit. You got Chris Brown.
Please,
Chris Brown, that guy.
I would take a chocolate man.
Sure.
Queen Sugar, to do the play on Queen Sugar.
Baby.
Is fine. Honey.
Morris Chestnut helped us out too.
Chestnut,
I had to think of another. So
Yes.
that came a little after
me
though.
some chocolate.
That was pretty much it. I mean, of course, we went into other topics, which is fine, because, that's fine. Those were all of the questions I had. So we are going to tune in for your...
Yes. Early November.
When is
Pretty for a Darkskin Girl. I would definitely be sending you press releases to the screening.
Yes.
So you can come view it first.
Yes.
We'll be doing a lot of marketing and promotion in Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama, and North Florida the next couple of months. So we're going to be everywhere with this. Our poster, our DVD cover is the lovely Jasmine Brooks.
Awesome.
Make sure you check that out.
Yeah. You can also follow me on Instagram at Modest Stills. That's MODISHSTILLS. All one word.
And you can definitely follow me on Instagram at Bougie BLK
How you spell that?
BOU.
Right, because I'm
JEEBLKDOLL.
And it's been a pleasure. We appreciate you coming down to Columbus, Georgia, rocking with us.
Rocking with us.
So there you have it. That's a wrap for Pretty for a Dark-Skinned Girl Part 2. I'm really happy that you all were able to listen to that. And although we had different opinions and views on the subject of complexion, all of us can still remain, neutral and not even neutral, but all of us can agree that saying that you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl is definitely not a compliment, brothers. So take it out of your vocabulary. We don't want it anywhere near your mouth, coming out of your mouth saying that, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. You're pretty. You're so pretty. And if you love their dark skin, your skin is so beautiful. Or something like that. I'm not sure. But, some things I wasn't able to put on here for copyright reasons. So I do want you all to, go back and look at the video that Kodak had out there, because I'm agreeing, but I'm saying, like, the comment he made was just not a smart comment to make. To say that dark-skinned women are gutter. Like, bruh, come on. I know some light-skinned girls that are gutter, for real, but your skin color has nothing to do with, how you act, honestly, how you're raised, and the things that you choose to be around has a lot to do with your behavior and how you act in certain situations. But I'm really happy that you all were able to hear Terrence Flowers, because he has a lot of dope films that he is producing right now. Some films that are inside of him that have yet to be birthed that you all are going to be able to see. So you all go out and follow him on YouTube and follow his Instagram. Follow Jasmine on her modeling journey and just support these people. She has a boutique. Of course, like I said, this was shot before part 1 was shot that you all saw on Facebook Live. So this was shot before that, but I couldn't get the editing to match the camera. And so that's why you all only hear Terrence and Jasmine and you all don't see them. But that's fine. The devil always trying to steal your shine. Don't ever let, things like that stop you from progressing and moving forward. So anytime something stops you, just keep going forward. But I'm happy that you all are able to listen and were able to be a part of this episode. And I hope you all tune in, because we got some dope episodes coming up on a lot of different things that are just happening that we need to be aware of and we need to talk about. So let's keep our conversations open. And remember, Queen on the Move podcast is not here to spread gossip or to tell anyone's business. We're giving people an opportunity to tell their story in their own words. No more surface talk. We want to get deep into conversation and go beyond the memes that you see on social media. Let's go beyond the memes and talk about things that are relevant. But y'all, stay tuned in. If you haven't already, I know I haven't posted my Facebook page yet. I haven't made it public, but I'm going to make it public this week. I want you all to go on there and like it for me. If you did not get an opportunity to give me a birthday gift, this will be a great birthday gift since you all extended my birthday a little bit. Definitely go on there and like that. And if you have a YouTube page, or if you're on YouTube, just go on there and find me on YouTube. I know my channel is like really brand new, like very new. So just go and watch the video on YouTube and everywhere else that it will be. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for rocking with me. Have a great day.
Queen on the Move podcast, yeah. Oh, she's moving, y'all.